So on that list, on that page there, I would say out of those four, the first one is really the photo grabs my attention.
right?
The third one kind of does, but then again, it looks funky. And they all have the brand in there, and I've never heard of any of them.
That's a good thing, isn't it? So that shows you don't have to be a name brand. Let me tell you who the best guy is. It's the Aero guy. He's selling more than anybody. This guy right here, Aeropress, that guy's selling a bunch. I think he's selling $50,000 a month.
Wow.
So let's go look inside of one.
So why is he not on the top of the list?
Because somehow the parameters that put him on. Because remember, it's not what you're selling as BSR. I don't know. Let's look at his BSR. He may be listed differently.
He's got a ton of reviews.
4,000 reviews. Well, he's doing 40. He's doing 600 grand a year.
Yeah.
600. And so he's got this price down enough. He's probably making a 40% margin on it. 40% margin on $500,000's 200 grand a year. This guy's making just from doing this. He's making 20 grand a month.
Right.
Profit. Okay, so let's look at his. So let's look at his picture. So his picture is zoomable. If I tell you this, I don't think, well, that little thing there, they're never going to mess with them on that. You're not supposed to have that filters included, but you can zoom in and on his stuff pretty good. I don't think it's, I can tell you this, that is not pro. That looks like it was shot with a cheaper camera. That is not pro pictures. And he's still selling 40 grand a month. But those are definitely not pro pictures. See the shadows, all that stuff, and his background isn't white. I'll guarantee you that is not pure white. Looks white. I mean, look at the white on the filters. The white on the filters is whiter than the background, so it's not pure white. But that doesn't mean he can't sell. That just means, maybe that's why. Hey, you know what? Maybe that's why he's not number one. I don't know. Yeah, those are not pro shots. I mean, I could get some. See how? Go ahead.
Look at the jagged edge on that photo.
Yeah.
The background was taken out of it.
Yeah. So, and listen, is he still selling 40? Does that mean you could? Yes. You could, but the point is that you're competing with this guy with 4,000. You should have every reason you can take advantage and every reason why they want to rank yours. You see, you can even see in the bottom of his cup there, you can see the flash. I mean, somebody does a little Photoshop, you'd fix that in a minute. Now, that was taken by somebody who has a little bit of a photographer of some sort. That's not a bad pick. Let's go over here and look at his bullet points. I love his bullet points. I love them. See, it starts off, and they're all caps. It sets it up so it looks like something you can read. I mean, these lines are so small. Using the ideal water temperature and gentle air pressure, brewing yields a rich flavor with low acidity and without bitterness. Richest. Total immersion brewing results in a uniform extraction of the ultimate and full flavored coffee, or full coffee flavor. Purest. Micro-filtered to grit-free coffee. Unlike other press-type coffee makers. Fastest. 1 minute from start to finish. The actual press time takes only 20 seconds. And it's made in the USA, and it's patented. So there's an excellent, I think, bullet points. I might go two in, 3 in, but their words they obviously want you to see is smoothest, richest, purest, fastest, which is all words. What do you think about those? Do you think those are good?
It's easy to read, and it's the not the exact was it benefit feature pair, but it is very close, which is what you do in
Yeah.
sales. You know, the feature is smoothest, the benefit is ideal water temperature, blah blah blah, lower acidity, no bitterness.
Yeah. So again, now see them. Now they've got HTML here. I think all of this on the right here is all legit. You can do all of this with HTML right now. So you can get all this. I know there's some weirdness about these pictures. I mean, obviously they're getting away with it, but they probably had this up prior to that new ruling. So the idea, though, yeah, because they've got this over here on my screen. I just saw that.
And it's also being sold by Amazon.
Oh, is
So
it? You know what? And they bought them out. That's why.
right.
They basically said, okay, well, you can now. We're just going to take that over from you, and we're going to be the seller. We'll buy it from you. They've got a video. We can't have a video, so yeah, it's definitely there. You go. So okay, so there's an example where Amazon is the owner of this product, and they are not number one. Does that make sense? So they're number one. They're not number one. And if Amazon wanted to be number one, couldn't they be number one? They certainly could. But I don't think that Amazon's intention is to screw everybody out. I just believe that Amazon is trying to be a legitimate company. Customer questions and answers. So here's a big section of your page. I mean, you go down, and if they're down in here and they get to this, you'll see that about most things, people aren't putting, like, there's no questions when you first start, for sure. So customer questions and answers. Anybody, when you're first, I mean, you can go in there and put a question in there. Anybody. You don't have to buy the product. You don't have to do anything. So I imagine that we all have people, or we could get people on our review group to go in there and put questions that will allow us to tell our story even more. You can have a question. Hey, listen, I was using the Aeropress. Oh, okay, here it is. So here's one. The Aeropress doesn't really make express. It's concentrated coffee, like coffee extract. If you like strong, rich pressed coffee, you'll love the Aeropress. It's so much faster and easier, and to clean, the taste is very comparable. Because it's coffee concentrate, you can adjust the strength. That's their answer. I'm looking for a better way to make a regular cup of coffee. I don't usually do espresso, but I was thinking about the French press and make it better for regular coffee cups. Will this product work for me as well, or should I get a traditional French press? Like, to me, that's like hidden candy in a baby. I mean, like, that's a whole sales question that you get to answer and say anything you want back. And then you can get everybody in your list to vote it up so it'll be at the top. So the most voted questions and the best ones get voted to the top. The most helpful ones. So bad reviews, you get people to push down, or bad questions and comments, you ask people to punch them down. Good ones, you ask them to vote it up. And then you basically get 4 more opportunities to tell your story. So that's something I think you should keep in mind. I mean, again, here's another advantage you can get. You can get another advantage because I'm telling you, this gets filled out the least on anybody's site. And look at this. This is an advertisement. Well, should I get a traditional French press? I would bet you a dime to a dozen that they had somebody do that. I would just bet you money that that's the case. What do you think?
That question seems a little fishy to me.
Fishy? Yeah, it smells like rotten fish to me.
Yeah.
I don't see the information. What's in the box? Are they microfilters there? Does it come with filters? Now, see, here's another setup one. Being that this is completely plastic, do you get that gross plastic chemical taste that you get from your common everyday drip machines? Of course it doesn't. None whatsoever. I don't recall any odor when I first received after many uses with no plastic smell either. Remember, you only have to hot water with Aeropress for about 10 seconds, and then you plunge the extract through your coffee. So that was a customer answering it and not, you know. So I think there's a great opportunity, and I don't think I've ever heard in anybody's webinar. Chris says, do not push down bad reviews. What's your opinion on that, Chris? You can come over here and tell us. Chris says, do not push down bad reviews. Amazon punishes you for that. Well, we can't vote them down, but customers can. You shouldn't vote them down. Of course not. I'm not saying that we should go on there. I'm saying we should have, you know, people that we may know or people in our groups, have them decide whether it's now. So, yeah, I don't think you can go up there and click them down. I think that would definitely be a problem.
And you can't tell 50 of your friends to go out there and vote it down all in one day. Spread it out.
No, always. Yes. Listen, some people just, I mean, I can't make everybody get that, you know, you're going to have to use some brains in some of this stuff when you're doing it. You know, I mean, yeah, if you go have 100 people vote it down in one day, that's like, hey, can 5 of you go vote this down in the next week? You know, because you're looking, I mean, the most one has 23 reviews. It's not like you have to have tons of them. That's 23 votes. I mean, you're going to have, the bottom line is, I don't care. I'm going to tell you this right now. Well, look, so they have how many thousands? They had 228, right, questions, and they have how many? They have 4,000 reviews. So now we're talking about not even 5% of the 5% that buy. So if you multiply 90% at least, probably more like close to 95% times the 4,000 reviews, that's how much they've sold. So less than 1% of people. So I'm saying this never gets full. So if you can get your people that you know to ask questions, you can answer them, or you can have other people answer them for you, and you can own this place right here for at least some time. There's only 200 people, and this is something that's probably sold, I mean, I don't know, what are they selling? 100,000 of them? Anyway, that's not something that, you know, you have to do. I'm just saying those are things that I see that are helpful, that are out there, that are easy home runs. So there's one. Let's go look at another one. Let's go out of this category. Let's go look at barbecue gloves, because there's a lot of crap over there.